Hey everyone, my name is Patrick, and I wanted to come through with a collective reading today, tarot reading. I am using the Guardian of the Night tarot, and let's see what we got coming through. I had no intention of giving a reading today, but I felt drawn to my cards, and so yeah, curious to see what will come through. I want this card, that one that fell out, obviously, and this card. I can start with 3. I feel like I would want to pull 2 more, but let's just start here. Actually have some that fell out, multiples. Okay. So in this order, I've got Temperance in the upright position. I don't yet know if I'm going to read them in upright, upside down. Kind of take it as it goes. 7 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups in reverse. And Justice in reverse. So I'll start off like this. I just spent some time near a brook, and so this reading may well be for myself. I spent some time near a brook, and I was thinking about frogs in the brook when I was there. And so Temperance being kind of funny that it's coming up here. Temperance to me, there's the cup that's overflowing here. And so in a form of cutting back things in your life, that can actually make things overflow, bring you more abundance, more of the things that you actually need and want, and fewer of the things that you think you need and want. So that's coming up around this card for me today. Also, the moon is full and bright, so it's shedding light on these old patterns that you have, that you've been inhabiting and letting run wild. So that is good. And that brings with it some justice to yourself in some form. I'm seeing here the bat being actually the right way up, because if you have the card the right way, then the bat is upside down. That's an interesting justice thing. It feels like actually this is how this justice card should be, that it's both face down and face up. So justice there. Ace of Cups as well, sort of a pouring out, same kind of thing. These feel a little separate. The 7 of Pentacles feels like you've got a lot of abundance and money sort of stored up and waiting for you. And abundance doesn't just come in the form of money, it also comes in other forms like creativity. Someone might share some information with you that you find helpful, that gives you sort of a path that you need. Gifts and things of exchange are also abundance. So this temperance, this idea of cutting back to bring forward what you actually need, is also shown in this 7 of Pentacles, which I'm going to read as if it's right side up. There's lots of stuff sort of waiting in the wings to come in. You just have to allow it to, by giving it the space to come into existence. So yeah, sort of temperance, looking for ways in which you already have everything that you need feels very important to me at this time. And that brings things in justly to you. We all have everything that we need at all times. It's just sometimes we define things in such a way as if we don't have everything that we need. We're left kind of wanting. But if you approach it that way, if you think of it in terms of I do actually have everything that I need, then you can see it that way. So an example from my life that may be applicable to yours, or you can generalize, is that I would really like a house with a yard. And if I spend all my time thinking about how I don't have a house right now with a yard for my son to play in, that is a feeling of limitation. But if I realize that I actually do have parks that are very close to my house, and I can use those as if they're my yard, not only does it sort of relieve that lack of, that feeling of limitation, but that also actually brings me closer to owning a house with a yard by not focusing so much on the negative, which will just make you generate that negative definition, like generate limitations in your life. You manifest limitations by focusing on your limitations. But if you focus on how you're abundant and how you actually have everything that you need, you're more likely to generate the conditions for that original thing that you wanted to come up. Ace of Cups here feels like a synchronous message to go along with what I was just saying. I'm particularly drawn to the full moon here and how bright it is, and that lotus flower, I believe it's a lotus flower, is actually glowing. These are sort of like signals of the message that I just said going on overdrive and being really like poignant. Like these things are so ready. Once you let go of the beliefs that you are limited, the limitations that you place on yourself, the things that want to find you, the things that belong to you are just coming in. They're waiting like glowing hot to come in. There's so much abundance here. Also drawn to the redness on this cup, that it signals passion, and this passion is what will bring you the things that you are that you deserve. It'll bring you the justice. The colors match this justice card. That passion, that drive, that's what's going to bring you, that will result in you getting the things that you justly deserve, which is complete and total abundance due to your fact of being alive. So, yeah, I think that wraps up the message today. Actually, I did want to pull one more card. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. So this is the King of Pentacles. Interesting. There's a couple different bits of imagery here that I'm drawn to. First is this cow with a pentacle on its head, and also the grasshopper on top. So this is natural spirits. It's a reminder that you're part of nature, but also, well, okay, let me get back to the beginning. The King of Pentacles is you. This ties into the rest of what we were saying. You're extremely abundant. We all are extremely abundant, and you're a master manifester. And you're also being drawn to connect with your natural self more. You're being shown to, directed towards connecting with your natural self. And there's a lot of help that can be given to you by nature spirits, like this grasshopper and like the flowers that are adorning the cow. Beautiful, sweet cow. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thanks. If you enjoyed this reading, give it a like. If you like the channel, you can subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. Help this channel grow. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.